Well, everyone, we're in the middle of 2020 and the iPhone 11 has been out since September. And I think it'd be really cool to kind of look back at this newer iPhone. This is probably one of the most popular iPhones, if not the most popular phone that a lot of people are looking at to buy right now. And rightfully so. It's a great phone. And honestly, I don't even use a lot of my other iPhones or really other phones. I use my iPhone 11 Pro as my main device, and I use my iPhone 11 for when I make a ton of videos on this channel. I dropped like 3 videos today that involved the iPhone 11 in some way, whether I was using it or not. And I've been using this phone like crazy. I have it jailbroken. I had it jailbroken. I took it off recently, but it's a great device. I think it's extremely cool. And even in the middle of 2020, it honestly just keeps getting better and better. And there's very few phones in the marketplace of all time that keep getting better and better over time. And with iPhones, especially with the iPhone 11, it's held up extremely well. Now, pricing wise, it really hasn't fluctuated too crazy in the used market. They're still going over like that $600 price tag, but best believe once that new iPhone comes out, the 12 Pro, whatever they can call it, all those 4 iPhones, most probably these prices are going to go down very, very crazy and weirdly, because I think a lot of people will probably end up wanting to pick up those newer iPhones, making these ones, people are just going to flood these to the market. There's going to be tons of iPhone 11s and just used iPhones in general, more so than we've ever seen before in my opinion. So if you want to pick one up, they're still selling like for that brand new price. I'll link them down in the description below so you can get them from there and help support the channel at the same time. Now, starting off with the screen, again, this is not a full review by any means. We still have that 6.1 inch liquid retina display. It's still pretty decent. You have True Tone on it, which is really nice. And really, I have no complaints about it. Sometimes I don't even remember that it's a lower resolution or that it's an IPS. I just pick it up, use it, and put it down, and that's really it. You don't double think it. So again, it would have been nice if there was an OLED display, but I think it's perfectly fine for what it is in my opinion. You have a lightning port on the bottom, which is still great, and the back dual camera setup, which is really, really nice, and the glass back. And this phone is held up extremely well. When I'm holding it, when I'm messing with it, thumbs up in my books. I really don't have too much to complain about, which is a humongous plus in my opinion. Now, software-wise, this thing has gotten several software updates for some reason. We're still on 13.5.1. I thought we were going to get 13.5.2 at some time, but I guess it's okay. And the software has been very great. Really, I've been updating my software like crazy, and I've not had any random reboots, random shutdowns, anything like that. Nothing like that at that sort has happened, which is a humongous plus. But a bigger deal has happened, which is not a bad thing. It's probably one of the best things ever. The uncovered jailbreak came out, which was just literally one of my favorite things ever. I think that's extremely awesome. And honestly, I have to stop saying that. That's like the most filler word I use, is extremely awesome. But I think it's a very, very cool thing. You can jailbreak really almost any version of iPhone 11 as long as you're not on the most up-to-date version. If you're on just one version below that, you can still jailbreak your device, which is one of my favorite things ever. And it's really easy to jailbreak your device nowadays. And the amount of tweaks and everything you can install in this thing is so cool. I love it so much. And I would recommend you guys, if you have an iPhone 11 or if you're planning on getting an iPhone 11, you should jailbreak it. You can get a ton of value from that for sure. So in terms of software, that pretty much covers it. Now, hitting on the performance, you still have that Apple A13 Bionic chip inside of it, hexa-core CPU with 4 gigs of RAM on all those models, which is really, really awesome. And the performance is still top tier. I compared it to a lot of other phones that came out, the Galaxy S20s, the OnePlus 8s, and all those, and still the iPhone 11 is still up there, bro. It still handles everything perfectly fine. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Is it great? Yes, of course. It's really near perfect though, so it's still smooth, iOS is still awesome, and I have a lot of respect for this specific phone in my opinion. Now, moving on to the cameras, this thing still has that dual camera setup on the back, 2 12 megapixel sensors. You can do 4K at 60, which is really cool. And funny enough, since its initial release, we have gotten a little cool feature of being able to change the video resolutions in the camera app, which is really funny. So even though you can't really, do anything else in the camera app for the most part besides take the photos and stuff, at least Apple brought that capability, which hopefully they, fix up in iOS 14, but I guess we'll see. But I still like it. I think it's cool. And camera-wise, it's still a very, very good camera for sure. Now, ending it off with the battery life, this thing has a 3110 mAh battery, and it still holds up extremely well. I can charge it one day, and it'll be charged up for the next 3-4 days whenever I use it. Now, keep in mind, I kind of strategically use my phone, not consistently throughout the time, but it's still a very good phone in my opinion, and I really, really do like it for sure. So, battery life, thumbs up again. And honestly, to kind of sum up this video, dude, to be honest, it's still completely worth it. It's still a tremendous phone. There's really not too much to hate on. Like I said, it's a very safe option, and for a brand new phone at this price, it doesn't really get much better than that in my opinion. So that's really pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. Send me so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I really appreciate if you guys would check it out. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.